Attention! More and more foreigners are losing money when they come to Japan. Hi everyone, I'm Rubel. Actually, there are currently many wasteful cases where travelers to Japan are losing their precious money without even realizing it. Those of you who think, I'm fine, or my plan is perfect, are the ones who need to be careful. Does this mean getting scammed, even though you thought Japan was safe? Does it mean having your money stolen? No, that's not it. It's not about being tricked by malicious businesses, but rather cases where you're wasting money unconsciously. What is the cause? It's expenses that could have been avoided if you knew, arising from travelers' habits and a lack of information. So today, I'm going to introduce a total of 25 money-wasting behaviors that foreign tourists often do across the categories of food, transportation, sightseeing, and accommodation. Finally, I'll introduce some crucial points for those planning to travel soon. By watching this video, you'll find tips to enjoy Japan more wisely without lowering the quality of your trip. How many of these do you know? Please count them as you watch and let me know in the comments at the end. Food and Drink Edition. First up, let's look at the highlights of any trip. Topics related to food. While each individual amount is small, these items often lead to wasted spending that adds up to a big difference before you know it. Here are the items we'll cover. 1. Shopping only at convenience stores. 2. Ordering drinks at restaurants every time. 3. Constantly buying drinks from vending machines. 4. Paying a high price for breakfast every time. 5. Only choosing high-end sushi counter experiences. Let's look at them one by one. 1. Shopping only at convenience stores. I'm sure many of you find Japanese convenience stores, konbini, amazing. The rice balls and sweets are top-notch, but the problem is that there are too many temptations. Also, if you buy drinks and night snacks there every day just because they're open late, your expenses will grow. Did you know that in many cases, you can buy the exact same products cheaper at supermarkets or drugstores? You don't need to get everything at a convenience store. Let's use them wisely. 2. Ordering drinks at restaurants every time. How much is this water? Have any of you thought that at your first restaurant in Japan? You'll be surprised to find out it's free. In many Japanese restaurants, cold water or hot tea is provided for free just by taking a seat. You don't need to order 500 yen soft drinks for everyone just because you're thirsty. You can put that money toward enjoying even more delicious food instead. 3. Constantly buying drinks from vending machines. Another one related to drinks. Many of you might find the vending machines found all over town very convenient. However, be careful, as the prices can sometimes be set a bit higher. If you go to a supermarket, the same plastic bottle can be purchased for around 80 to 100 yen. If you were to buy 3 bottles a day, the difference over a week would be quite significant. 4. Paying a high price for breakfast every time. Hotel breakfasts and cafe breakfasts in tourist areas are very tempting. But did you know they are often quite expensive? At Japanese beef bowl chains or family restaurant breakfast specials, you can eat a delicious Japanese breakfast with warm rice, miso soup, and grilled fish for much cheaper than a hotel. 5. High-end sushi counter experiences. The last part of the food section is sushi. You probably want to eat authentic sushi when you come to Japan. That said, going only to high-end sushi restaurants might be a bit of a waste. Of course they're wonderful, but don't underestimate Japanese chains or local conveyor belt sushi. Not only can you enjoy them anywhere in Japan, but you can also enjoy high-quality fish that you wouldn't expect for such a low price. How is that? Please remember these, as small daily habits can lead to surprisingly much wasted spending. Next, let's look at the items for transportation. Transportation Edition. Next is the Transportation Edition. Transportation like trains and buses is essential for sightseeing. There are many points here that are quite wasteful if you don't know them. If you know the rules of Japanese transportation, you can move around much more cheaply. Here are the items we'll cover. 6. Buying reserved seat tickets for short distances. 7. Exiting the ticket gate during subway transfers. 8. Not getting your money's worth from unlimited passes. 9. Overcharging your Suica card. 10. Using taxis too much. Let's look at them one by one. 6. Buying reserved seat tickets for short distances. First, let's talk about trains with reserved seats. Special trains directly connected to the airport, like the Narita Express or Skyliner, are comfortable. However, you can actually reach central Tokyo in a little over an hour using regular trains, like rapid services. For example, when going from Narita Airport to the city, the price can differ by hundreds to thousands of yen for just a 30-minute difference. If you have time to spare, I also recommend regular trains where you can enjoy the scenery and catch a glimpse of Japanese streets. 7. Exiting the ticket gate during subway transfers. In the Japanese subway system, there are stations where you cannot transfer without exiting the ticket gate once. At that time, if you don't pass through the orange-colored ticket gate, your fare might reset, resulting in a double payment. If you realize you've made a mistake, don't panic. Just talk to the staff at the nearby station office. 8. Not getting your money's worth from unlimited passes. Unlimited ride passes like the JR Pass aren't worth it unless you plan specific long-distance trips. In fact, in many cases, it ends up being more expensive than just buying regular tickets. Buying an unlimited pass for now without calculating your sightseeing route is a typical wasteful behavior. 9. Overcharging your Suica card. Wasteful spending on charged amounts is surprisingly common. If you charge more than you can use, you might face issues like refund fees or crowded procedures at the airport. You can charge Suica frequently, so the trick is to add money little by little, only as much as you need. 10. Using taxis too much. The last part of the transportation section is about taxis. Japanese taxis have a high starting fare, even by global standards. Especially after 10 p.m., the fare increases by about 20% due to the late-night surcharge. For a distance of about 1 kilometer, it only takes about 15 minutes to walk, and a bus or subway would only cost around 200 yen. Before you hop in easily, first check the walking route on a map app. How was that? You can lose quite a lot just by not knowing the transportation rules, so please keep them in mind. From here, let's speed things up. I'm going to introduce 15 more points where you might waste money. From shopping to sightseeing and accommodation, this is all information you won't regret knowing. Here we go. 11. Paying for expensive luggage delivery from the airport. It can cost several thousand yen even for short distances, so traveling by train is the cheapest if you only have one suitcase. 12. Buying duty-free souvenirs at the airport. While convenient, the same products can be found cheaper at Don Quixote or drugstores. 13. Buying fancy gift boxes of sweets for yourself. Boxed sweets at the airport have extra costs for packaging. For yourself, supermarkets are much more economical. 14. Believing it's made in Japan just because of the Japanese packaging. Many items with Japanese designs are made overseas. Be sure to check the Made in Japan label on the back. 15. Buying smartphone chargers at convenience stores. They can cost over 2,000 yen at convenience stores. 100 yen shops like Daiso or ChargeSpot are smarter choices. 16. Adding too many options to kimono rentals at tourist spots. Don't be lured by low base prices. Compare all-inclusive prices that include hairstyling and accessories. 17. Only visiting paid observatories. You don't have to stick to paid towers. There are many hidden spots like the Tokyo Metropolitan Government Building or department store rooftops to enjoy great views for free. 18. Last-minute cancellations of workshop classes. Same-day cancellations for activities like pottery often incur a 100% fee. Make a realistic schedule. 19. Buying tickets for tourist attractions on the day of visit. Same-day tickets are expensive and risk being sold out. Buying online is cheaper and ensures smooth entry. 20. Spending too much at game centers. It's a trap where you can blow through thousands of yen. Setting a budget before you play is recommended. 21. Losing money on currency exchange at airports or hotels. Rates at airports and hotels are tourist prices. Using city banks or multi-currency ATMs is more economical. 22. Avoiding business hotels. Japanese business hotels are clean, well-equipped, and offer high satisfaction. 23. Giving tips. In Japan, giving a tip actually causes confusion. A smile and a simple arigato is more than enough. 24. Leaving spare change behind. Leftover coins cannot be exchanged back home. Use them up by charging your IC card at station ticket machines. 25. Expecting cherry blossoms out of season. Timing is everything for cherry blossoms. Don't rely on old info. Check current blooming status to choose your destination. How was it? How many of the 25 points introduced today did you know? If you have any thoughts like, I didn't know that, or I want to know more, please let me know in the comments. By the way, I have good news for those who want to avoid missing the cherry blossoms. Earst Japan has just released a complete guide video on beautiful cherry blossom information. Please check that out too, so you don't miss the perfect timing. Rewatching this video right before your trip is even more effective for preventing wasteful spending. Enjoy a wonderful trip to Japan while spending your money wisely. Earst Japan will continue bringing you the charm of Japan and the latest travel information. See you again in the next video. Bye! See you!